You are listening to Phoenix and the Hummingbird, Chapter 10, written and created by Jasper BlackLace, and audio by Kawushi. Lucinda's POV. Walking in on my little sister wearing a dress that isn't hers and a bandage over her knee made my skin heat and my anger fly. I wasn't even thinking before I barged into Genevieve's room and grabbed Ophelia's hand, pulling her to her feet. I whisked my frame forward and glared at Genevieve with the sharpness of a sword at her throat. "What the hell happened here?" I demanded in her direction, completely ignoring my sister pulling my sleeves. "I was on my way to see you and ran into your sister. I startled her when I called out to her and she fell. I brought her here to bandage her up. That is all." I felt my anger rising above a boil, and my sister pulled even harder, still unbeknownst to me. "Why wouldn't you call for me right away? She is fragile and can't be overlooked." I felt Genevieve's gaze harden, and she crossed her arms over her chest. "Does this hysteria have anything to do with why she wouldn't remove her tights for me to treat her wound?" It took everything in me not to let my jaw hit the floor. While she wasn't wrong, I get the feeling she was thinking the complete wrong thing here. "I don't see why that would be any of your business." I knew I should just drop the situation, but her being able to see right through me made me sick. "It very well may not be. However, the fact that you're yelling at the person who helped your sister regardless of this, rather than having her stripped and searched against her will, should damn well tell you she is safe with me, should it not?" I felt Ophelia let go of my hand and turn from us. She grabbed her shawl and walked towards the exit. "Ophelia, wait!" I shouted after her erratically. She spun back to me with pure anger etched across her face before she walked off once more. Genevieve sighed heavily before she walked to the doors and shut them behind Ophelia. She walked towards her tall wooden cabinet, opening it and grabbing 2 tall glasses made of crystal. The glasses had hand-carved bird feathers all around them. She grabbed a short bottle from the same cabinet, popped the cork, and poured 2 glasses of the dark oak-colored liquid. She picked up one glass and sipped from it before pointing at the other for me to take. "I made a fool of myself just now, didn't I?" I laughed at myself pathetically before taking the glass and taking down half without a flinch at the burning sensation that followed. "It appears you have." She took down another sip of her drink, which I now knew was brandy. One hell of a brandy at that. "My, Genevieve, it looks like your brandy is better than your brother's whiskey. I might have to raid your drink stash next time I need a good night's sleep." She kept the stone-cold look she had on before Ophelia had left and waited for me to speak. "Look, I may have overreacted when I came in earlier. It was selfish, arrogant, and wrong. I am sorry." She downed the rest of her drink before placing her glass down on the table. She closed her eyes and sighed before meeting my eye. "I may have offered to help you, Lucinda, but I have no intention of doing so if you aim to undermine me and my brother. You want our protection, don't you?" She walked toward her desk and sat down on it, keeping her back tall and stiff before crossing her arms across her chest. "I understand, and I assure you, we have no intention of misguiding you. We have secrets, yes, I won't lie about that. But Ophelia's secrets are not mine to tell, and I won't lose her trust, not when I am so close to setting her free. I don't like revealing as much as I have, but with the way I spoke to her earlier, I know I pissed her off, not to mention the aftermath when her brother finds out." "I understand. I won't pry into something as small as keeping her skin covered. However, if I ever become suspicious, I won't hesitate to change my mind. I thank you for your apology, but your sister deserves it more than myself. We will have our meeting another day, as I have work to attend to now." She gets up, walks to her cabinet, and returns the glass she used and the brandy to their spot. I chugged the last of my glass, briskly walking over and handing her the glass, which she took from me hurriedly and returned it to its place. "I thank you for your time, Genevieve. I promise to keep your kindness in mind, and I hope you will still take care of my sister as you have been. I will see you soon. I curtsied towards her and left the room quickly, basically sprinting back to my room, hoping to find Ophelia at her desk reading or taking a nap. Ophelia! I burst into the room quickly to find her throwing her pillows against the headboard, making muffled grunting sounds and wiping at her eyes. Please, look at me, Ophelia. I whispered to her calmly as I walked over to the bed and sat behind her. She spun towards me and sighed. How could you? All she did was help me. What kind of attitude was that? You just made headway with her and your fiancé, and now you're pulling this crap? Her signing was fast and forced. I know, Ophelia. I fucked up. I should have kept a level head. I really don't know what came over me. I am sorry. She crossed her arms over her chest and glared at me in anger. Her angry face always reminded me of a child who didn't get ice cream after dinner. I promise, Ophelia. I apologized to her and she accepted the apology. She looked at me and started to tear up before standing up and walking away from me towards her vanity. Talk to me, please. I really like her, and I don't want her to hate me. She willingly helped me without forcing me to do anything I was uncomfortable with. I trust her. I am just not ready. I don't know when I will be, but I don't need you messing it up for me. I'm old enough to protect myself. I'm not as weak as I used to be. Give me a chance to prove that to myself and you. I understand, Ophelia. I love you and I am sorry. She ran to me after this and hugged me tightly and wept. I guess I need to learn to let her grow, or she'll never truly be able to grow into a stronger person, and neither will I. You have completed Chapter 10 of Phoenix and the Hummingbird, written and created by Jasper BlackLace, and audio by Koushi. Thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll see you next time.